You are watching Liberty Online TV.
This is Liberty Online TV powered by Orange Sierra Leone. Orange.
This na the Liberty Review with me, Princess Spears.
This na the Liberty Review with me, Mohamed Kamara.
This na the Liberty Review with me, Mariatu Sheriff.
Inside this program, we go look at plenty things them we happen in the salon throughout the week.
Things like politics, sports, courts, the environment, disability, woman and girl picking them business, and plenty other issues them.
So, stay tuned. Now we Liberty Facebook page and self YouTube channel and all that social media platform them for they watch the Liberty Review where they come to you every Saturday from 6 to 7 o'clock na net. Also you go get all you views them but still them where they happen.
The Liberty
Review.
This na the Liberty Review with me, Princess Spears.
This na the Liberty Review with me, Mohamed Kamara.
This na the Liberty Review with me, Mariatu Sheriff.
Inside this program, we go look at plenty things them we happen in the salon throughout the week.
Things like politics, sports, courts, the environment, disability, woman and girl picking them business, and plenty other issues them.
So, stay tuned. Now we Liberty Facebook page and self YouTube channel and all that social media platform them for they watch the Liberty Review where they come to you every Saturday from 6 to 7 o'clock na net. Also you go get all you views. Good evening and welcome to another edition of the Liberty Review where they come to you live now Facebook page and self with other channels them. The Liberty Review na program where they look at issues them what happen throughout the week and they come to you every Saturday and when they bring this edition come to you my name is Princess Spears and today on edition they look at the declaration speech we come on some of the presidents inside this week who say they don't declare a state of emergency, health emergency on the kush issue in the country. As we all know the trend where that particular issue they don't take, as we don't see we young people them don't they die and we see how this affects them. Well, it's call from different organization, citizens them we concern and everybody make now with society president don't declare the state of emergency on the kush issue for address some of the thing them and during his speech he make mention of different things. We'll go for listening to waiting in the talk inside this week. Well, for me talk on that issue day, I get with me Prince Tommy Williams, where they with me at the student and youth advocates as na somebody where they work with young people them. Waiting make up of the speech and how himself done the help na young community for address this issue in a kush business. Good evening, welcome to the Liberty Review.
Thank you so much. Very good evening.
The progress they watch at the Liberty Review where they can to live on our Facebook page and self we YouTube channel. Don't forget for like we page, comment at the comment section and self you can share. Be part of the program as this is a very educative program. As we still defect the kush communal country, we still look inside the issue. May they bring this edition of the program come to you. My name is Princess Spears. Like as I be introduced me guest Prince Tommy Williams, he's with me in the studio, and in there follow can talk about this particular issue and a big problem in the country as we see we youth them. Not only they die, but we see how then they deteriorate by the day because of this particular issue where they happen to them. Good evening once more, welcome to the program.
Thank you so much, Princess.
You know, one possible get an organization where don't they work on different areas there in terms of education and how don't they help young people. And before we can talk about the president's speech, we'll get for listening to Ram, what he say. As somebody who don't they work with young people, them this particular issue of kush abuse among young people, them waiting you make up of so far from where this incident don't start because not until they start, but it's just that now of late. The thing on rampant, we don't draw attention of people and we make it don't be an emergency.
Yeah, I think for me, this not time this way I refer to the kush as common enemy. It don't really waste so many lives, and that gets lots of effect on the nation as a whole, because the very people and what they refer to say now the young people and they go for boost to economy, as with the struggle with the economy at the moment, and we want for lay solid foundation for better future. Now them very young people, yeah, the kush actually they take off the radar. And I think waiting the president do a really good, calling on communities and the nation for we all put hands on deck. And I think I get this opportunity for we can talk, because a lot of, before even this statement they come, the president they declare this particular issue as health emergency. We've been on the work with young people, done they provide counseling at community level, educate communities as to how we were able to support the young people, yeah, because it gets different sectors, but it painful for see we young one them, where we have hope say we for invest inside them, with the hope say them for take over in the near future, then don't they die, like how kush don't they kill them. But I think we can able to reverse that whole story there again. If we take this fight seriously and we work together, we can able to really cover them and reverse the story.
As somebody who don't work with young people, them just tell waiting at you intervention so far, you various sector them, how you don't help young people them in terms of education and this particular issue when a concern for people them, how far you don't they support young people them?
Okay, well, as one of the leaders in Lifeline Naima project, we Lifeline Naima project, an organization we don't operate since 1996. Actually, the founder. Now, somebody we been believe say if we invest inside young people, and when our late Reverend Richard Mandela call, and then turning the way the war been there, people and they die, young people and they die, but in being choose for invest inside young people. So that vision, even when not they are alive, we been believe say that's a model we really need for investing in young people. So in the educational sector, we get pre-primary, primary, junior secondary, and senior secondary school. But we also get the component in our vocational skills training. The vocational skills training from 2012 to date, we don't train 2,900 young people. 53% of the one in they don't get job. Some don't create jobs for where they don't employ the young company youth them. So this kush we don't come inside, it don't really just draw our attention to the fact say we need for do more. Because when they see young people we get potential, when they see them all of a sudden then just they wipe off from this earth. So we also don't begin to educate we young people now the school, the one that we work with, now the vocational skills training. But the vocational skills training with the train young people in electrical installation, plumbing, motor mechanic, ICT, hospitality, where they partner with over 45 employers across the country, where would they also get information from them, where would they review that they help for review with curriculum. But also, we not just train the youths them in the skills training, but we get what would they say life skills, we they train them in life skills as well. So some of those things we don't come up first before even we hear about kush. We been get some young people who they train where then they take marijuana. We also get mentorship where that's a component in we training program, because for we believe say the psyche of every man, that's how we see the brain. And even the drugs where then they take, you get three parts where they affect inside the brain. The brain stem, that's one component where they affect. And where they affect then three components, then you get the cerebral cortex, where they affect that and they waiting to happen. The person, the messaging, the neurons them, the way they communicate within the brain, and they mix up the messaging. And that is why even this way they talk, the master sabi people and the medics, then back gets critical role for play. In as much as we go for the law enforcement go for come, and I like the way the president presents them. Holistically, we all go for come on board. Psychosocial support is very important in this whole mix. So if I can give you an overview, in the school, the primary school, we ensure so they engage with the young one in there as well, because we they see picking them at the age of 12, they engage in this problem.
Yeah.
Then in the vocational skills training, we also they engage the youth them. In the senior secondary school, we they engage the youth them. So now constant engagement. I just returned from Upline Kenema, where I've been getting meeting with stakeholders. We talk about the whole chiefdom, about how we care for support, because even the stakeholders, them now the law aspect now, just how for like some they go now in patients where some of them kush young people out they take kush, then don't they thief them now where then they thief them, some they go, some stakeholders and they go impatience. But how we can able for look at how we can able for support them, even in as small as the law they come inside, but that's psychosocial support, counseling. So even the community need training, it need capacity building. And that is where we want to come. And as I mentioned, the more we relate to the community, the more we help them, let them understand, then holistically we can able to help the young people. Yeah, not to want them, because the drug can left them, but because the messaging don't disturb the way the transmitter. I think the medical people then go better put them, but the messaging way the brain they communicates, you get waiting they call. I will come back to that. The transmitter, where the information they don't mix up because the person they take drugs. When they left that drugs, that information still, the brain they still function that way. So we go for the CDs in our community. The neurotransmitter go for still, they see how the young people then go for they behave that same way like them don't they behave when they take the kush. But we go for the educate the community now so that acceptance go there, because if not to that, somebody would not even left or take the drug. But yes, still because they behave like how they take the drug, they're not going to accept in our community. So these are things we're not to just an event, it go for be a process.
So for any time I get guests, this is one question I always they put forward to some of the guests them where they talk on the issue we get for do with kush. How we reach at this point for make we they lost with young people them? This thing starts first at earlier where we they see videos of police officer, soldier, people that they laugh with them. And it be kind of then and not be kind of spread like how we don't do. So right now we if you buy like a disease like go get corona Ebola, how we reach to this point for make we the lost we young one them?
For me, we get as Sierra Leoneans, we get a lot of good qualities. We get resilient spirits. Culturally, we tolerant to one another, even we neighboring people where they can come. But I think there are some weaknesses where we need for work on. I will blame a little bit some of the political jargons we can go, because with Orange to a point now, almost everything about life, people then associate them to politics. And that's not really good for the country. We got for reach to a position where things we get for deal with development, let's look at them from that angle. Things we get for deal with life-saving issues, let's look at them from that angle. Politics in a whole profession, waiting go for deal with politics, let's look at them from that angle. But Sierra Leone, we South Orange, even we don't very in this generation, we don't. And this, honestly, not to one person, they take the blame. We all go for come now the drawing board and really begin to look at things and separate back things. We are not professional, let's behave like professional. We, the audiences now public, let's ensure they talk like professional. I think that will help we don't, to some extent, we mislead some of the young people a lot. They talk to some young people and they say, now inside this kush, then they find solace, now then they get pleasure. Okay, remember there were times where a lot of activities been there, football they play, some young people and they engage. But also when they engage the young people, some the way they learn skills as well, we they mentor them along the line. Some they almost want for drop out of the cause. But the mentors and the work, I get a very fantastic team. I mean, they really understand how to engage young people here, even up to married level. Sometimes relationship can want for break, but the mentors and they come inside and see how then the support for let the young people and just go through then the training course, the vocational training course. But when this thing started, in my own view, personally, I think we not give the maximum attention we've been required. And this not to like with a cast blame, we all are Sierra Leoneans. And now, we'd all reach to a point where like, we all go for put hands on deck. And that aspect where somebody, they look for opportunity, I think that time then they don't pass, we all go for put hands on deck for save the next generation. And I tell you, I mean, a young person, despite, I mean, the way we go see me face, but you as well, you're a young person, princess. So we all go for put hands on deck. I think that aspect where we they mix politics into everything, now they really mislead we. And I can draw your attention a little bit to the Ebola, because we'll be engaged as well in the Ebola fight in the Western urban, Western rural. We will save over 20,000. We educate community people, over 20,000 across Western rural, Western urban. We support over 18,000 people in our quarantine homes. So we know clearly the messages where people they get, waiting them they tell we. So when then hear from stakeholders sometimes, whether they do the political utterances, sometimes facts knock in the inside, but then they take them like saying are true, and then they run with them. And that is where we can miss the point. Now, nobody know go there where they go at community level for educate them people and they give them the true message. And sometimes now that message and they then just they spread the lies and then they spread. So I think we really don't reach at a point where we all go for come together. We consider the lives very important and we all put hands on deck for save lives.
Okay, continue for David Twin at the program that's now Prince Tommy Williams. We're a youth advocate and instead of they promote young people them with the different interventions them where they do for support them, and they don't talk about the concern we then get and their position on this particular kush issue. The progress they watch at Liberty Review and Mina Princess Spears will bring this edition come to you. Don't forget to watch we live now Facebook page and self YouTube channel. Don't forget to like the page, share and self comment at the comment section. As today they look at the declaration speech where President Yogi inside this week for the kush issue and how they for tackle well. Let we go and watch the message where the president's been sent for Seka the kush issue. Will they come back and continue with the program?
To stop the proliferation of drugs and substance abuse in Sierra Leone. Which knows no boundaries of class, ethnicity, gender, or religion, is taking a devastating toll on our communities, tearing apart families, and robbing us of our future leaders. The deterioration and alarming mortality rate of our young people due to the addictive use of kush is no longer acceptable. As a government, we say enough is enough. As a nation, we say enough is enough. Synthetic drug and substance abuse is a global crisis. Sadly, its harmful effects have reached our doorsteps. Our young people are becoming increasingly addictive to kush, which has become a death trap. Our government remains fully committed to combating drug and substance abuse in all its forms and protecting the well-being of our citizens, particularly our youth. In the past, I constituted a presidential task force on drugs and substance abuse to help fight drugs and substance abuse in our communities. We are making concerted efforts to combat this menace, but unfortunately, we are experiencing a surge in kush consumption and escalating fatalities among its users. It is my solemn duty as your president, acting on the powers conferred on me by the Constitution, to declare a national emergency on drug and substance abuse. With this national emergency on drug and substance abuse, we shall broaden the scope of the government task force's work and adopt a multifaceted approach to addressing the increasing kush epidemic. Our fight against kush should be a collective effort, which is why I have directed the setting up of a national task force on drugs and substance abuse, with a particular focus on combating the rising kush crisis. The national task force will be multisectorial, comprising key government ministries, departments and agencies, security and law enforcement agencies, community organizations, non-governmental organizations, development partners, religious organizations, and recovering people with substance use disorder to address drugs and substance abuse through a comprehensive strategy. The National Task Force will be responsible for implementing a 5-part strategy for a drug-free future, which includes 1. Prevention. This includes awareness campaigns, promoting healthy alternatives, and deterring drug use. 2. Care and treatment. In every district, we will establish accessible treatment centers that are adequately staffed by trained professionals to offer care and support to people with drug addiction. 3. Social services support. This is to provide comprehensive recovery services such as counseling, skills training, and reintegration programs. 4. Law enforcement. We will dismantle the drug supply chain through investigations, arrests, and prosecutions. 5. Community engagement. Partnering with communities will be crucial in our fight against kush. This strategy will encompass all sectors of society and will be replicated at the chiefdom, township, and district levels. Given the national emergency on drug and substance abuse, a presidential advisory team will supervise the National Task Force in our quest to eradicate kush and other lethal drugs in our communities. In the coming days and weeks, the National Task Force will dialogue with the public about its core mandates and objectives. I encourage all citizens and residents in Sierra Leone to embrace our fight against kush fully. Fellow Sierra Leoneans, in my New Year's Day address, I highlighted the immense investment we have made as a country in human capital development. Today, it is pleasing to know that we have more children in school, particularly girls, than at any other time in the history of this country. We have reduced the maternal mortality rate by 61% and expanded healthcare coverage to our people. We continue to make modest investment in infrastructure, such as energy access, transportation networks, and internet coverage. As a nation, we can only continue to make such investments and progress in a stable and healthy environment. Today, Sierra Leone faces a critical public health emergency due to drug and substance abuse, particularly the lethal synthetic mix known as kush. As part of our decisive action to combat this menace, our government shall intensify and ramp up efforts to educate our young people about the dangers of drug abuse. Through school programs, community outreach, and media campaigns, will we empower our youth with the knowledge and skills they need to make healthy choices and resist the temptation of drugs. Of course, we understand that addiction is a health-related challenge. That is why we are investing in rehabilitation and treatment facilities to provide support and care for those struggling with addiction. It is not enough to punish drug users or people with addiction. We must also offer them a path to recovery and redemption. Our human capital development agenda and our sustained efforts to move the country to middle income status by 2039 will come to naught if the largest base of our population, the young people, are being ravaged by kush. We are therefore intensifying efforts to create more jobs through our big 5 development priorities, especially through the flagship Fit Salon initiative and the Youth Employment Scheme. By creating more jobs, we will be shutting down one of the biggest breeding grounds for addiction, which is idleness or unproductivity. At the same time, I say to anyone who is involved in the production, trafficking, and illicit trade of these drugs that your time is up. There shall be no sacred cows in our quest to decisively deal with those who are caught in the act of peddling these drugs in our country. We are strengthening our law enforcement efforts to crack down on drug trafficking and distribution networks. We will work tirelessly to disrupt the supply chain that fuel this epidemic and hold those responsible accountable for their actions. We would also empower our judiciary to act decisively and prioritize drug-related cases so that anyone arrested for the shipment, production, and illicit trading of the chemical components and final synthetic drug will be tried with the full weight of the law. But our fight against this epidemic cannot succeed solely through government actions. It requires the collective effort of every citizen, every community, every sector of society. We must come together as a nation to support one another, to look out for our neighbors, and to build a future where our youth can thrive free from the grip of addiction. Together, let us all say no to kush. To our youth, I say, you cannot waste your youthful vigor on the altar of death-bound pleasure. Sierra Leone awaits your contribution towards solving some of the multitudes of challenges plaguing her. Fellow citizens, we must collectively rise to this challenge, as we have done in the past, to confront other epidemics like Ebola, rape, and COVID-19 in recent times. We must work together with courage, determination, and compassion. Let us stand united in our resolve to overcome this epidemic and build a brighter, drug-free future for generations to come. To every parent and family that has lost a loved one to kush, we are in this together, and we will fight to stamp out this deadly substance from our national consciousness. May God bless Sierra Leone and guide us in our effort to protect our people and our nation. Thank you.
The progress they watch now the Liberty Review where they can to live now Facebook page and self YouTube channel. Me will bring this edition can to my name na Princess Spears and don't forget to like we page, share and save comments at the comment section. And as you just listen from the president, waiting a talk with regards the kush feds at the country and we don't declare the health emergency for CCA, then direct command, kush command salon and other issues they will get for the drug business. Well, from that clip there where we all just watch, I still get my studio guest when I Prince Tommy Williams. Well, he did with me in the studio. Don't they talk about this particular issue and as an advocate for young people, them waiting in organizations have done they do for help them and waiting at them position in relation to this particular push fed. Me when the bring this edition can to me name na Princess Spears. Don't forget to like we page and save share and save comment at the comment section. The progress they watch at Liberty Review. Mr. Williams, you just don't listen to waiting President Bill talk. We'll play the repeat of his speech where he make throughout this week. He highlights series of points them. But the first one I want to start with get for do with the National Task Force where they don't set up for address this particular issue. Because when these feds begin, one thing way not clear, even though government don't get this National Task Force, but still yet and not too clear is that the feds scatter. All man defect from all angle, all organization, all man. That's how they help defect in one way or the other. Now with this task force way presidents don't say then institutes for look at this particular issue, which you make up of this at this particular time.
Well, thank you so much, Princess. I think the president in his own wisdom, they don't play his own part. It don't set up the task force. Now, the kind of caliber of people and we go there inside that task force, waiting then go do, now go for lead to the result. You get people and we actually we get wealth of experience in dealing, because some of the points them way the president mentioned, they talk about community organization, they talk about the involvement of the community, they say everybody for put hands on deck. Now this task force, waiting at their strategy, I think is very important for let they able for bring all the sectors there where the president don't mention and able for look for the key people, key players who are able for add value to that particular team there where the president don't set across the nation, because this is something where that affect we. I'm not going to say it late, but then delay for law able forget this now.
Yeah, because because now that's what I ask.
Yeah.
If because this call on for a very long time. For let the president declare a state of emergency, and this can happen after a series of calls. So that's make I want for ask say the next question was if done too late for this.
Yeah, for me I'm not gonna say too late, but then delay really for come up with this. This for don't come up earlier than this. Where for the help not only for save the people we don't die, we for the able for save them, but even the young people, because this kush issue, I can always tell people, not to only the one that we're inside, even the one that we're not inside yet. The thing's so addictive to the point that if you see you make small careless, you picking go taste for let come inside. I'm going to tell you about the various level. So you get the brain stem when once the person take the drugs, it affect the brain stem. The other part where they affect now the limbic system, it affects that aspect. I'll tell you three. Then the cerebral cortex. So then 3 parts then the master survey people where normally then they help the young person, then they help them that aspect where they don't affect now the brain. But now where the president don't set this, as I said, then delay, we go for come together. Even the youths then we not started. I tell you what, at the talk across, professionals, community people, even the victim, at the talk with them, we get people and we student them from university, we be affected by this. Sometimes not just taste, then they taste one. You get the one that way then they say now testers. We means sometimes they call them depending on this the concentration of the drugs as they take and sometimes and they lost their life immediately. Like the community where me they live.
Because of the system, some no get that
No,
kind.
the concentration.
Okay.
Then call and tester, then call and tester. You get people and young people where then are calling no more. Oh, don't mix this, so can't test for Uber. So they can't test the concentration level. If the kush a concentration normal or a high, some people if they come, some youths where they can test the concentration high. Now they instantly then say this is just take I don't die. Instant. At that point, then they go now, then try for diluter again. This is something where they talk with young people and meet him, then they explain to me. So I wish this kind of step where the president don't take, if we don't come earlier than this, if we don't save many lives. However, and not too late, we can still able for save more lives if we put hands together. And I think for we, the youths them, then deserve more than waiting currently than they go through. The youth them now this country. Then deserve more than, I remember 2011 when they do research now, the east part. So one of the common language now be that youth they're not serious, but we'll talk with youth them, then say we'll not get enabling environment who's how we care for thrive. That was how we talk with partners, we established the Technical Vocational Institute. So times such as this, I think now with the president though actually in wisdom don't set up this, let the committee, the task force, able for gather the right people and let we be serious in this fight. Because the youth them, most of them when they talk with them, they don't want this. But this thing highly addictive. Those some people then they say get spiritual backing, but it's just high addictive. And I tell you, even the person don't left the drugs, it they get some of the effect for a period of time. That is also another aspect we need for educate the community for acceptance and support. So for me, not too late, but then delay.
Okay, so earlier you make mention of a very significant point when I ask about the National Task Force, where the President said they will institute, and you talk about the composition where una go want for CC for able for tackle listing, because that's don't be a big issue for address some certain situation at the country.
Sure.
Because some kiluka say be political, maybe the one where they can put part of the composition. Now people where they work with government, then he left the experts them out, then he left people where get good ideas towards the fight, the approach, and take people when are just party related people. So for una as advocate, what kind of composition una go and see for this particular task force for address this kush issue in the country?
Well, in my submission, I think I make them very clear. I say I only hope the people where the president don't give this mandate, then we're able to consider all the sectors where the president already don't list. Because now one thing that most times when then declarations here then they come, the effect on the ground not can be felt. Because of the people and where the president can normally give the responsibility. But I want for hope say this time around, as far as this crucial matter concerned, we go able to get people we go able to pull the expert them across from all angle across the country for let them make up this team. So youth them very important in this. We won't forget youth them where we say we go able to use them testimony for able for motivate others, and for we get hundreds of youth them where it's not only kush, but the skills training where the president talk about, the mentorship where the president talk about, we get hundreds of testimonies. A very important for get that one, the way we go to motivate others. The community stakeholders, it's very important. If the community own the process, I tell you what, then they become champion, and the aspect of the kush where they thrive in our community cut off go there. Because most times we focus on the one them way, the dealer. If the community own the process, there will be a cutoff. And that cutoff point, not only the police then gets the responsibility. Yes, then go partner with the community. Yes, now then gets the constitutional mandate for ensure say, then investigates and charge. But the community gets bulk of the responsibility for ensure say, there is a cutoff at community level. So we need to consider that very, very important. The school, also owners of schools or heads of schools, we need for partner. In my opening statement, I make them very clear. Let's forget about politics as far as this matter concerned. Let we save the next generation. If we talk, I don't care any party we can save na power tomorrow. If we not handle them matters there seriously, not talk then they talk no more. They don't mean business. But so how APC go tell we say the like we? How SLPP then go tell we say the like we? How NGC go tell we say the like we? Now how we all rally together now for fight and save lives? Not so after many then go don't die, then tomorrow you can't tell we say like we. Let we all come and fight together. Then if even you not tell we, your action go speak to we say you lack the youth them. So I think that will be my submission. Make we pull politics out of this.
Okay. During the president's speech, he make 5 key points them where he say another approach they then get for use for address this particular kush issue, because he say they no want left no sacred cow on turn, and same way so they want for look how they go address the supply chain, because if they tackle the supply chain, the demand go reduce. So let's just go through some of the points them. One is say they want for look at a prevention approach where now for raise awareness about this particular issue. Secondly, the care and treatment by way how then would they get more rehabilitation center for able for rehabilitating people in the social service support same way so, and the law enforcement for assisted and tackle the drug supply, and finally the community engagement where you make mention. But that's are the 5 key areas them and the approach where the president say then get for use for address this particular drug issue in the country. With that 5 key approach there, what do you make up of them, and how you want for say a robust fight go towards this particular effort, a robust effort go towards this particular 5 key points them with the president's address?
Yes, I go advise, because all them wire the points them where the president highlight, all go for end back now the community. Policeman there, then go for partner of the community. Then victims they are, then belong to a community. So everything go for come back to the community. The one them will be said, and then at the law side, police and the lawyers them. Everything go for come back to the community. So I go advise we pay premium to the community education. So we not go even turn blind eye to kush, because remember, you get components of the substance here when are locally then they process them. You get leaf them where young people them they already know, then they process them locally. Where the kush itself plus then chemical then now then they carry it. The bones, I know we all sit on our good area about where then they're gonna beg and go on. Not to import and they import the human bones and they. So how at community level will they own the process? So that when we see anything, we know they say this now government business. This now business as Sierra Leoneans. Let their education take place. Let their ownership take place. At the end of the day, the government, whosoever, will be said, in charge of this particular task force, it goes, they don't know when they get feedback, why they coordinate effectively. But if that not be the case, you know what? Because this is something what they say, they fight. The after effect, now long-term thing. This don't affect so many youths, their psyche, the way that they think, the way that they process information. It affects so many youths. So this not a 1 month fight, not a 2 month fight, now a long time. So the young people and they go for come back now the community. Would I then go help them? Would I then go really accept them in the community? Now then community people them. So we have to educate community people. If that not be the case, I just come out, this like you just one example. I come on a Kenema. I go now one chiefdom. When I meet with the stakeholders, we don't work there for the past 15 years. I talk to them about this kush. I say, how now they respond to the thing? They're actually aware, but some of the details where they happen at Tonga, they not get all the details in there. So I've been trying for land know to what level they really they according to waiting they happen regarding the kush. And they tell waiting them focus at nada, then they pan raid the victim. Anywhere with the kitchen, they can't go na police. Anywhere with the kitchen, they can't go na police. Okay. And I listen to them all. At the end of it all, I've been used the opportunity for educate them as well. This now picking them. Waiting we want for see inside them in the next 30, 40 years. That changed the whole conversation. But they not get the know-how, how for support them. I tell them the medical side of it. We need medical people and for support the young people here. But that psychosocial support, within the Kana community, parents waiting a role, chief waiting a role, stakeholders waiting on a role, that gets a very important role. Some of them, one young man, it not been on the take kush again, they don't stop for take kush, but the effect, as I just said, the effect they on and still, they still go pull her inside house, then go submit them to police. So you they see some of. They don't know say if somebody not take the kush, it still go for the get entries and they then some of that abnormality, the way they process information, they don't know that. So all as they see the stagger normal as they that person there, they take you go give it to police. So the community engagement is so important. And all they are against all the other components then they, but all go for end the community. Okay, well, continue for the which we the program. The program stay watch at the Liberty Review, where they come to you live now Facebook page and self YouTube channel. Don't forget to like the page, share the page and self comment at the comment section. Today we don't talk about the key points there where the president make his speech, where he declare the national emergency on drug substance abuse at the country because of the situation of the kush right now, where don't they kill young people them na saloon. So the president make key points them, highlight some points for the prevention, psychosocial support, law enforcement, and self-community engagement. We now one key area where the guest to get to at the studio, Prince Tommy Williams, don't talk say it's very vital and important for make community engagements be the topical fight inside this fight. Well, we'll go quick for sports update and come back and continue the program.
For Seka Sports Updates na the program for this week. The Sierra Leone national man and PT football team, they on preparation ahead of the 2024 edition of the African Nations Cup and PT football tournament na Cairo, Egypt. We go start April 19 and end April 28 this year. The tournament where the Confederation of African and PT Football don't bring together 20 countries them, we include Nigeria, Senegal, Morocco, Cameroon, Gambia, Liberia, Ghana, Zimbabwe, Burundi, Algeria, Uganda, and the host nation when Egypt and other countries them. Salondo already drawn at the Group D and then go face Angola, the 2021 World Champions, and the 2 times African champions Tanzania and Rwanda, as the team don't get support from the government of Salone through the National Sports Authority. Eastern Lions Football Club don't appoint John Sama as the chief scout, and it be start work April 1 this year. Sama when a former player na Eastern Lions. The club believes say with in experience and expertise where it be done the show for players development go help for shape the future of the club, as it go help for identify talents them na Salone and other country. The club continue say because of the track record and commitment make him be the right candidate for lead the scouting efforts and contribute to the success of the team. As the chief scouts, we go identify promising player them, we go there in line with the club in vision and goals. For international sporting news na the program, Manchester United coach Erik ten Hag don't express frustration and blaming team for the poor decision we make in team be received 2 goals during the stoppage time against Chelsea. We make them lost 4-3 on Thursday. Ten Hag say in team deserve for win at Stamford Bridge after we them be scupper them 2 goals and the team be able to equalize with the goal where Garnacho and Bruno Fernandes be score. Ten Hag continue say the player them don't they make mistake we make the team kill loss, and he give example to the game where Manchester be play against Brentford as the team be the lead and last minute Brentford be secure the equalizer we make the team be lost them place na the top 4 na the Premier League table as then they 6th position with 48 points. The coach continue say the player them know their job, but they know they make the right decision. As he say, they for read the game, when for keep the ball, for pass, move, for switch the play, where the team they win. As he say, the team don't drop 5 points inside 5 days, and it unacceptable. The Dutch manager end up say because of the injury, where key players them na the team gets, now that they disturb the team in performance. But in confidence say in players them, they step up on Sunday when they host the leaders Liverpool. The FIFA referee committee don't appoint 89 match officials, 42 assistant referees, 20 video match officials, and 6 support referees from 45 countries them for officiate matches na the Olympic football tournament na Paris this year. From the 45 referees them, Africa go get 3 representatives from Mauritania, Sudan, and Morocco. The women tournament go start July 25 this year and end with gold medal match na Parc des Princes na Paris August 10 this year. The Man-Em competition go begin July 24 this year, where the gold medal match go take place August 9 this year na Parc des Princes. The match officials and preparation, they go be monitored before and during the Olympic game by team of FIFA technical trainers, referees and video assistant referee, instructors, match analysts, fitness coach, and sports scientists, where they all go provide the officials them with the best possible guidance and support where they need. The Croatian Football Federation don't condemn the violence where happen na the game where Dynamo Zagreb, the 1-0 win against Hajduk Split na the Croatian Cup semi-final, as fans be enter the field, where the referee be blow the final whistle for the end of the game and begin fight and cause problem all over the stadium. One local media say na 51 people them police don't detain and 8 police officer them be get injury during the fights. The World Football Governing Body FIFA na their statement, they condemn any form of violence na football and call on stakeholder them not for tolerate unacceptable behavior na football, racism, discrimination, and physical violence, and all the one them we involved na the riots, then for hold them accountable according to the law. 6 clubs don't submit appointments for join the planned Canadian Professional Women's Soccer League. We don't achieve the number of commitments we required for Launcham 2025. Toronto, Vancouver, and Cagliari, they all don't confirm as the first 3 club, and the other one them, they will announce them soon. The one them we create this league, now retired Canadian international Diana Mike Tyson and a business partner Thomas Gilbert, now Project 8 Sports. Be officially announced on December 2022. Project 8 say the application for professional club admission demand, they be don't submit them to Canada Soccer and then go consider them na the National Governing Body annual general meeting inside May. Diana Mike Tyson say this woman pro league no go only change the future of of Canada players, but for reshape the Canadian sports industry. Juventus don't condemn the alleged abuse over American midfielder Weston McKennie, where he be get from the visiting Lazio fans them on Tuesday after the Coppa Italian semi-final leg. United States international McKennie be set up Dusan Vlahovic for the second goal as Juve be lead by 2-0 before then substitute him for midfielder Carlos Alcaraz na the 89 minutes. Juventus take note of the video where they circulate na social media. Also Lazio fans them be they use discriminatory chants against Weston McKennie during where them be they substitute him after where the player be confirmed say them be use racist word them against them. The club don't communicate say them go follow all procedure them for verify wetin happen and they go cooperate with the authority them for identify the people them were responsible. Cameroon don't appoint Belgian Mark Bryan as the new head coach for the national team after where information be come out inside February. We say the former coach Robert Song in contract and not go renew him. Bryan go come along with 2 assistant coach, technical, medical, and administrative staff. Song in contract will be signed inside March 2022, be end February 29 this year, and he be lead the indomitable Lions to the 2022 World Cup na Qatar. Outside them be beat Brazil, but then be go out na the group stage. Na the recent African Cup of Nations, Song be guide in team to the last 16. Outside them be lost to Nigeria. Song win 137 caps with Cameroon as a player. For we gossip column na the program, Liverpool don't open discussion with Sporting Lisbon boss Robin Morin, wey hold 39 for replace Jordan Klopp as Barcelona don't withdraw their interest over Morin. Manchester United don't add Wolves the English captain Max Kilman, wey hold 26 year, so then short list of defender them with them once. Portugal forward Joe Felix say international teammate Manchester City midfielder Bernardo Silva, wey hold 29 year, one for move to Barcelona. Liverpool one for sign Uruguayan midfielder Federico Valverde, wey hold 25 year from Real Madrid. Fulham manager Marco Silva, wey gets a release clause when at 8.6 million in contract. It don't attract interest from West Ham. Spain forward Ansu Fati, wey hold 21, don't get doubts over a feature na Barcelona after we don't get disappointing loan spell na Brighton, and then go either sell him or send him on loan again this season. For Seca Sports updates na the program, Mohamed Kamara.
Welcome back from that sports update today. The progress they watch at the Liberty View where they can to live now Facebook page and self YouTube channel. Don't forget to like we page, share and comment at the comment section. The Liberty Review na program where they look at issues them where they happen throughout the week, and today inside this particular edition where they look at the declaration speech where the president make inside this week for talk about how they don't put national emergency on substance abuse in the country where get to do with the kush issue, as we all see how that don't kill plenty young people, how they make some done they in a condition we're not good. Most of them they in a mental situation where they go through rehabilitation process right now. All of the issue then they make the country don't get a national emergency on how for address kush. And the president make mention of 5 key points them where now the strategy where they get for use for attack this particular threat. As then they set up the national task force, we go look inside this issue. Also then get for look at prevention, then get for look at community engagement, then get for look at the law enforcement as way for all the drug dealer them and the one where they make them and other issues them when area they would get for focus. We make Prince Tommy Williams video with me in the studio, don't talk on all of the issues then day as we not get better time again for wrap up with this particular edition of the program with all of which you don't see now a state of emergency don't day. And the presidents make mention of 5 key points them how they get for this fete. You just say all of the other points them very important. We get for do prevention, care and treatment, social service, law enforcement, and the last one when a community engagement. But you say all of them points and they important, the 4 points, but the last one when at the community engagement. Now, you think say na the best way for address this issue. So for me, we no go get it wrong. Even when they don't declare a state of emergency. For let people still not going to die, some man go say, well, be better left so. Let not get it wrong. Going forward, waiting need for be done for ensure say with this emergency, we able for the kush communal salon, we young people and go back to that state of soberness.
Well, Princess, thank you so much. As I mentioned, in terms of solving this problem, I think the president not playing your part. We all go for come together. Why I still emphasize that the community gets a very important role for play. The parenting, then they live in the community. The various sectors, then get communities where then they live. And the very victims are the community as well, and they can live. So the community gets a very important role for play. I know they expect, say, when the president don't do this declaration, still people then go begin to sit down, they argue about that. Now for long we come together and take this thing very seriously and save the lives of young people. They not deserve waiting they go through. So the one them way, for me, I not just want to talk about the one that they make profit out of this. Because if we take the responsibility at community level, we're able to identify them and whip them out. So that is what I'm saying at this point, that we're able to take leadership, engage in the process. Law not just left and go, oh, now government business, now police business. The president don't call on everyone. So at community level, being on our Takio, there is society, there are a group of people where they live as a community. Being on at the courts now, there's a group of people there where they come up within and they live within the community. The police now, cut across, we all belong to this community, a big community we call Sierra Leone. So we go for the educate people where they misunderstand this whole thing. Law, we take this thing very seriously. There is something I want to end with, where most young people, I think the master savvy people, they're also able for explain this better. Neurotransmitter, I've been to talk about judicial, dopamine. Now something where you take the drug, they increase how you feel fine inside your system, but also they change the way we message in the flow within your brain and your system. So when this drug don't disturb the way you message the flow, even when you left an app in the explanation, the neurotransmitter dopamine, it also they affect the body going forward. So we go for the see this, even young man them where they go to left kush. We go to see them, they behave that kind of way, they small. But we got to understand. If we don't understand, how we go able to support them? So that is why I'm saying it go fine for how we educate the community, because most of them people are now waiting they happen some community where you go, like them 50, 100 and they gather, then go hide in a bush. Or 80, then go hide in a bush. How long then go they pan this? But where they get small thing, then they come, then buy. Then go back, then go hide in our bush. I think it's very important for law able to see how able bring their field and they already will don't be affected. Then we cut the chain. Totally. Any community we see kush come, this now against we young picking them. We're not going to allow this. We take them very serious. So if the community own them, then we'll be able to cop this.
Well, now, so the end this edition of the program Liberty Review. Don't forget to like we page, share, and comment at the comment section. Plenty thank you for we viewers them. We don't view the program. Don't forget for tuning every Saturday to the program. So to meet again next week Saturday. I don't say tata. This is the Liberty Review with me, Princess Pias.
This is the Liberty Review with me, Mohamed Kamara.
This is the Liberty Review with me, Mariatu Sherif.
Inside this program, we go look at plenty things them we happen in the salon throughout the week.
Things like politics, sports, courts, the environment, disability, woman and girl picking them business, and plenty other issues them.
So stay tuned. Now we Liberty Facebook page and self YouTube channel and all that social media platform them for they watch the Liberty Review where they come to you every Saturday from 6 to 7 o'clock na net. Also you go get all you views them but still them where they happen.
The Liberty
Review.